Hey everyone, welcome to the reading for today. We're going to see what you guys need to know right now, what's happening in the energy. It's a general reading. It could be past, present, or future. All right, you're going to know best where this fits on your timeline. Okay, so let's just see what is happening today. What do you guys need to know about right now? Holy Spirit, what's going on? Let's see. Okay, so we have the Magician, the Moon, and the Nine of Cups in reverse. And then we have the King of Cups at the bottom. I mean, the Magician and the Moon. That always gives me something about, some sort of magic maybe. But I mean, we have the Nine of Cups in reverse here. So this speaks of feeling unhappy, feeling some sort of a void, discontent, something's not a wish fulfillment, feeling unhappy with yourself or within yourself, all right? And the Moon, this could be some sort of deep emotion, like something that you're struggling with deep down, beneath the surface, or it's something subconscious. Okay. Let's see what this is. Why is the Magician here for the collective? The Seven of Wands, the Ten of Wands in reverse, and the Three of Wands. So this is about looking towards the future. You could be trying to figure out what you're going to do in the future, all right? You're looking towards your manifestations or what it is you want to create, or it's like the world is open to you, okay? You're in charge of your own life. You have everything that you need right here at your disposal. You can use all the elements to create your future. So you could be figuring out, okay, so this is what I want. This is my manifestation. And you're kind of looking towards that. The Ten of Wands in reverse, you want to release a burden. You want things to feel easier. You don't want to carry some sort of a weight. The Seven of Wands. So you have to stand up for yourself. You have to defend yourself and fight in order to put down the burden. So it kind of feels like, because 7 plus 3 is 10, but the 10 is in reverse. So we have the 7 and the 3, and then we have the 10 of Wands in reverse. So it's almost like, I feel like right now you're carrying quite a load, like something feels very heavy, okay? And it kind of looks like you don't want to carry this load anymore. Confirmation. But you're going to have to exert the same amount of wands, the 7 plus 3, right? Which is also 10. So it's kind of like, okay, wait a minute. How do I explain this? So it kind of feels like you're going to have to exert the same amount of force but it's not going to feel that way. It's going to feel lighter, even though it's the same amount of energy you're putting into something, but it almost feels like a redirection, like you're going to shift your focus to something that feels lighter, like a situation. Let's see what this is. Why is the Moon here? It's kind of like when you're carrying a weight or a problem or a situation that feels very negative, carrying that feels heavier than if you're putting the same amount of effort into something positive. It's still a lot of work, but it feels more productive, okay? I guess that's how you can say it. What's the Moon? The Page of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. So you could have your eyes on some sort of money, generational wealth, family, inheritance. Page of Swords. The Nine of Pentacles. So this has to do with money, a lot of money, abundance, independence, success. But it's here with the Moon and the Page of Swords. So that kind of makes me feel like this is not what you have right now. It's more of like a goal, like something that you wish you could achieve, all right? It's something that you're going towards trying to manifest. Like just a stable life, all right? It's just like a successful life, a productive life, having more than enough, okay? What's the Nine of Cups reverse? The Six of Pentacles. What you're receiving. The Hermit. The Page of Wands and the King of Cups. Again, so this message is for a King of Cups, I'm pretty sure. Because you've come out twice now, all right? Whoever you are. So this is kind of like you have these plans of what you want to achieve, and you have these plans of like a certain lifestyle that you would like to live. But right now there's like this energy here of unhappiness, or, you know, feeling like something isn't enough, or you're not very content with what you have or where you are right now. And it's here with the Six of Pentacles. So it's kind of making me feel like you don't have to be a King of Cups water sign, okay? You could be just a masculine, but you're just in this energy here. It's kind of like being unhappy with how much money you're making, which kind of makes me feel like somebody could work for like a corporate organization where you're kind of limited to how much money you can make, okay? This feels like I'm really unhappy with the money that I'm getting, but I wish I could make more, but it feels kind of like you're constricted. Like there's only so many ladders to climb. That's kind of what this looks like. Okay, so tell me more about the Magician. The Two of Swords, yeah, so you don't know what to do. You don't know what the best path forward is, or you don't know how to manifest, or you don't have clarity about some sort of a manifestation. The Four of Swords, so yeah, it's like something that you're trying to think about, or you're trying to, yeah, you're trying to find clarity when it comes to this manifestation, or how you can manifest some sort of money into the future. Which, I mean, is not bad. So what's the plan? Three of Wands. See, the Ten of Swords, planning an ultimate betrayal. See, I was just gonna say, like, something about this energy was kind of making me feel, because of this feeling of like there being a ladder, or being only so many ladders you can climb, or being kind of, there's like a lid on something or a ceiling on something, being unhappy with how much money you're making. And if that's the case, and somebody here is dreaming about having a lot of money or a lot of abundance, you know, it's always about the way that you're going about the manifestation, right? So as long as you're like thinking about the future of like, how can I make more money? How can I get more money? You know, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with thinking that way. But I don't know, what is this Ten of Swords here? So maybe this is not you, collective. Maybe this is someone you're dealing with. Just take it how it resonates. The Five of Wands, really? Man, okay. I mean, this is like elbowing your way to the top. This is like, I don't care who I have to stab in the back. I don't care who I have to compete with. I'm in competition with people, and I will get anyone out of the way that stops me from climbing my ladder. I mean, okay. The Eight of Cups, walking away. Or is this about somebody walking away from this competitive nature? Or that's something that needs to be left behind? The Moon. Yeah, there's definitely a hidden desire here for money, riches, and abundance. Yeah, see, something in the energy is kind of like the devil now at the bottom. Something here is like, I can feel it tipping a bit on the side of greed. I got to be honest, because it's coming from a place of ungratefulness. Nine of Cups in reverse. You know, like I want more, and I want this lifestyle, and I want these riches. Is coming from a place of ungratefulness or unhappiness with what you have right now, which then is making me feel like it's tipping a bit into like, so what can I do to get this money? You know, instead of, you know, and also the Two of Swords next to the Magician. It's like you have this idea of what you want, but you don't really know how to get it. You don't really know what to do. You just want your life to feel easier. Ten of Wands reverse. It's almost like you... What is the Ten of Wands reverse? The Nine of Cups. Yeah, so whoever this King of Cups is, if it's you or someone else, it's like they feel like if they can just get this burden off their back, then they would be happy. And that's a very tricky, okay, yeah, this is tricky, because it's like if you tie yourself to the idea of, I'm only going to be happy if I get all this money, or I'm only going to be happy once I'm rich. You know, one of the best things of advice that I ever got in my life was, happiness is not a state of being. Happiness is a state of mind. Right? Happiness is not a state of being. Happiness is a state of mind. And this energy right here is giving me, I'm unhappy with my life. I don't like this. I'm not getting what I want. I'm ungrateful for what I'm receiving, and I want more. I'm not going to be happy. My life is not going to be better until I get these riches. Happiness is a state of mind, not a state of being. Remember that, okay? So this feels a bit like a karmic lesson, if I'm being honest, okay? Because you have to be, first, you have to be grateful for what you have, okay? And once you learn that, and more blessings come, you'll know how to appreciate those blessings, right? You know, you see it all the time where people, when they get a little bit of money, it really, you know, it really gets to people's heads. You know, there's a reason why they say that if you give somebody, you know, some money, you'll see who they truly are. And especially if they're coming from this place of, it's never enough. I want more. I want this, I want that. It's like you're running after some sort of a pipe dream where you don't really care who you have to step on, who you have to elbow, who you have to get out of the way in order to get this money, secure this money. And, you know, then you're no longer coming from a place of receiving. It's more like, I want to take and I don't want to give. This is giving me a bit greed, I gotta say. It's like, why do you want this money? Why do you want all this money? Like, that's the question I feel for this person maybe to ask themselves is, why are you So why do you feel like having more money is going to make you happier? So why do you feel like that's what's missing? Okay, I mean, yeah, money is nice, right? But it's like, it's just a reality for most of us in this world that we're never going to be millionaires, all right? It's like, look at the state of the economy. I mean, that's just a realistic take, right? So you can still be happy and live a very fulfilling life having an average income. You don't need to be rich to be happy, right? So the question is like, why does this person feel like that's what's going to make them happy? The Seven of Pentacles in reverse, because right now nothing is working out. They feel like, this person feels like everything that they try to do is not working out. It's not giving them the results they want. It's not enough. Yeah, it's like, I've been putting in all this work and all this time and all this effort, and it's just not enough, and I want more, and it's I don't know if this is unemployment, or it's just not getting out what you think that you deserve. And I feel like, again, that's like, it's given me like corporate. I don't know. It's like, I've been working for corporate. I've been working at this job for 10 years, and I feel like I deserve more money, but I'm not getting more money, and I want to be rich. You know, it's like, I feel like I deserve more. Or I'm never going to get out of this job what I actually want, the kind of lifestyle I want. Okay. The King of Wands. Taking action on something. What's the Moon? The Four of Wands in reverse. Yeah, so this person lacks a feeling of stability, security. Something is not being built here, or there's no stable foundation. The Chariot and the Emperor. The Chariot and the Emperor. Why is the Chariot here? And the Moon. Despair. Yeah, this is someone that is really unhappy with their finances, all right? And this says not hiring on here. Despair, not hiring. So I don't know if somebody lost a job recently, or if this is about, you know, it could even be a bit of like, you know, your education. Like if you went to school or you studied this and these are your career options, kind of feels like someone's unhappy with their path. It's almost like they feel capped in a way. It's like, I want to be a millionaire though, but now I'm working this job and I'm never going to be a millionaire doing this. Kind of feels like I said, it keeps feeling like a karmic lesson. I don't know. Tell me about the Page of Swords. I mean, sudden wealth. And this says sudden wealth on it. Sudden, which means they want it right now. So this is someone that's trying to figure out how they can get sudden wealth. Casino. They want it right now. They're like, okay, so I'm not going to get any money here doing my job, so I want some sort of sudden wealth right now. All right, so what is this sudden wealth? Okay. The Nine of Cups wanted to... They feel like so this is someone that feels like if they're going to get sudden wealth, then they're going to be happy. Why is this important here? Why is this important? Because this person feels like this is going to solve their problems, or this is going to help them feel less of a burden, or it's going to take the the edge off, like life isn't going to feel so hard if they could just get a lot of money. Or maybe this is you, I don't know. Maybe you feel like if you could just get sudden wealth, you know, dropped into your lap, then maybe you'll feel better and life won't be so hard, okay? Four of Cups, again, it's like this feeling of like, this isn't enough, ungratefulness, feeling discontent, feeling dissatisfied, some sort of a, you know, some sort of rejection. And I feel like it's a rejection to a certain kind of a life, but this life is a, wherever this person is, if this is you or someone else, this person is right where they are because of all the choices that they made. So it's almost like they're rejecting their own life path and kind of looking for a way out because they feel like it would make their life easier to have a bunch of money. But it wouldn't, because like honestly, people like if you're in this kind of a mindset, even if this person were to get a bunch of money, would you even be able to manage the money so that it lasts you? All right, so some people think that, oh, if I just get $1 million, it'll solve all my problems, right? But like, you also have to know what you're gonna do with that money. If you wanted to solve your problems long term, you have to know how to manage that money. You have to know how to take care of that money, right? I feel like someone here is like oversimplifying. Oh, if I just get a lot of money, it'll solve all my problems. But I don't feel like someone here, this person, would even know what to do with that money. Like somebody could just end up spending all the money, and then what? You didn't really do anything with it long term to take care of it, to manage it, to make it grow, right? To multiply it. It kind of just feels like this isn't enough. It's kind of like you have to learn how to manage what you have before you can get more. You know what I mean? It's like, how should I explain this? You have to know, if you have, let's say you have one restaurant, you have to know how to manage that restaurant before you can open a second restaurant. And then once you've managed 2 restaurants, you can think about opening a 3rd restaurant. And that's kind of the same way with money, okay? Like this is someone that thinks, oh, if I just had 20 restaurants at once, then all my problems would be solved because I would be making so much money. But you don't even know how to manage 20 restaurants, right? So what are you gonna do? You're probably gonna mismanage it, and then you're gonna close all the 20 restaurants, and then you're gonna be back to square one with nothing. I don't know. So let's see. That's the truth. Look, son. That's the truth. It's kind of, this has given me like a test. Like, look, it's like, some people, you will only get inched forward, right? And you will only get your blessings, or you will only get more once you've kind of mastered the one thing. So, like I said, you can manifest 20 restaurants into your life, you can. But you have to show first that you can manage one restaurant. You can manage yourself on this income. You can manage your debt. You can manage your income. You can manage your bills. And then once you've managed that, you can get more. Because it's like, if you're destined to have a significant amount of wealth and actually do something with it, right? And keep it going and pay it forward and have generational wealth, which means it goes towards generations after you, you have to be able to manage it in a way that that actually happens and you don't end up spending it all. You know what I mean? It's like, this is giving me like, okay, so whoever this is, you could have the opportunity to get there, but you have to learn to manage what you have and build on that. You can't just have it plopped out of the sky onto your lot and go, here you go, see how you manage 20 restaurants at once. It just doesn't work, right? Like it's a slow grind. It's a slow build. And there's someone here, they just want it now. Give it to me now. I want it right now. But when you get it, what are you going to do with it? All right. Are you actually going to do something with it? And the funny thing is, like, this person thinks it's going to make their life easier. But think about running 20 restaurants. Does that sound like something that's easier than your life right now? I don't think it's easier. And I'm talking in the sense of like managing that much money in a productive way. You have to, do you know how much self-discipline you have to have if you want to have this amount of money? You have to have a lot of self-discipline so that you don't spend it all, really, okay? I feel like this person, King of Cups here, does not have that amount of self-discipline because they want it right now, and they have these expectations, and they think it's going to make their life easier. It's like, I feel like this is someone, I got to be honest, I feel like this is someone who's never had a lot of money, because if you have a lot of money, you know that you have to take care of that money. And you have to manage it well, or else, you know, it's gonna, I don't know. You have to have some sort of self-discipline here. The Five of Pentacles, yeah, or else you're gonna lose everything. You're gonna be in poverty. You have to learn how to manage it, and that takes time. Nobody is born and knows how to handle money, and they don't teach it in schools. And they don't, you know, nobody teaches you these things. You have to learn how to manage the money. You have to know how to put it to the side and make sure that you have enough for taxes, and you have to pay these bills first, and you don't want to have to splurge, and you need to put some on the side. Like, you have to learn to manage it. And if someone here is not managing their money well that they have right now because they feel like it's not enough, it is enough, but they're actually proving to the universe that they're not able to manage a lot of money. So only once you learn how to manage that one restaurant can you have more. Because how are you supposed to open a second restaurant if you're not even managing the money in the first restaurant to be able to invest it into a second restaurant? You get what I'm saying here? Like, I don't know if you're the King of Cups, all right? I feel like this reading is for a King of Cups, so just take it how it resonates, guys, all right? But look, having a lot of money is not going to solve your problems, because I feel like this, it's like, even if you were to get all that, I don't think you would be able to manage it. I got to be honest. It's something to think about, okay? You know, I don't know. I'm sorry if that comes off as rude, but that's the message. I don't know what else to say. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. This has not been mastered yet. Somebody has not mastered this yet. This is all about money and job and career. It's not mastered. Something here is not perfected. It has not been mastered. Okay, the lesson of lack or feeling like it's not enough. You should never tie your happiness to money. That's rule number one. Do not tie your happiness or your self-worth to money and your valuables. All right? Repeat after me. Happiness is a state of mind. It's not a state of being. Okay? That's rule number one. And rule number two is, first, you need to learn to manage the money that you have in a productive way. And once you've learned that lesson, then you can acquire more. Okay? So I don't know. The King of Cups and the Emperor. King of Cups has come out 3 times. This is a message for a King of Cups, 100%. The Emperor. I don't know if this is, if you're older, if it's a mature man, all right? Or if this is someone who wants to be the boss of something, you want to run the show. It's like, why is the Emperor here? The Emperor has come out twice as well. A main male. No, so you're not a mature man. You're a main male, all right? But you want to be the boss of something, okay? a bad health, or boss, B for boss, I don't know, bad health. Concern because something is in bad health. I feel like it's the money. I feel like somebody is concerned that their money is in bad health, all right? But you have to take that as a lesson, all right? You know, it's kind of like, all right, so money isn't in good health right now. It's kind of stagnant right now. You need to take that opportunity to make sure you're managing that money well, because you can't always count on a lot of it coming in. Like, you have to learn to manage it and split it up and put it, you have to do that. I don't know. I feel like it hasn't been learned, and then you get into a hard time, and then you feel like you're very vulnerable now, and you're kind of in lack again, and then you just wish, oh, if I just had all this money, then all my problems would be solved. And it's like, no, that's not true. If you learn to manage your money better, then your problems would be solved. Okay? Because if you can't manage the money that you have now, you wouldn't be able to manage a lot of money either. I know this sounds like a harsh reading, and I'm sorry, okay, but it's out here for a reason, guys. So, closing words here for the King of Cups. Look at this. I mean, man, 6 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, and the 6 of Wands. This is this classic energy of like, well, if I could just get more money, then I would be victorious and I would come out on top, and then everything would work. And it's like trying to figure out like, how can I get more money? You know, scheming, plotting, scamming, you know, trying to, you know, I just need to figure out how I can get more money. You know, that's not going to work out like that. Lovers and the King of Wands. Lovers and the King of Wands. The Star in reverse, feeling lackluster, feeling a lack of purpose, not feeling inspired. The 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's all about, you know, it's like you have this, at the end of it all, you have this 4 of Pentacles, you have this stability, all right? You do have something to hold on to. You have a sense of stability here, and you're just gonna have to, you know, fight your way through it. There's no easy fix. There's no easy solution to money problems. You just have to keep fighting. You just have to keep going. You have to persevere, and you just have to fight your way through it. This feels like a pretty specific reading to someone. It's like, there's no easy fix. I know that we sit there and think, oh man, if I just had $1 million, all my problems would go away. But in reality, there's no easy fix here. And it's going to be a tough time, but it's just it feels kind of like a lesson, okay? That you can definitely overcome this, and you can fight your way through this, because you do have something that's stable and it is good enough. Even if you perceive it to be not enough, it's still a sense of security, and it's about, you know, and I'm not I just want to say really quick, if you're on something like, you know, Social Security, or, you know, a retirement that is absolutely in the basement, all right, and you're living on below poverty income, okay, then this is not the reading for you. This feels like somebody that is working a job, all right, and is just unhappy with career opportunities, or that there's not more money in the job line. This doesn't feel like I'm living on Social Security or disability, all right? So please, if you're in a situation like that, please don't take this reading, because of course, if you're living on something like Social Security or disability, you can't manage your money better or put it to the side. I totally understand that, okay? So please don't take this reading then if that's your situation, because this really feels like someone that does make good amount of money, but they feel like it's not enough and they want to be rich. All right. So just wanted to say that as well. Okay. Because I don't mean with this reading to attack anyone that, you know, oh, you're living on welfare, disability, you need to manage your money better. No, that's not enough. There's not enough money in the system for people that actually need it. Okay. This is not the situation that I'm talking about with this. The Knight of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. No, this is a message for someone that has some sort of income with the Two of Pentacles. I feel like they do have a job and an income, but they're thinking about what else they could do to make it go faster. It's like, I need it right now. I need it to go fast. I need to do something right now for all this money. It needs to go super quick. There's no easy fix. There isn't. I'm sorry. The Devil in reverse. Yeah, there's no easy fix that doesn't come out of devil energy. Of greed and gluttony and, you know, not being enough and I want more, more, more. You know, it has to stay balanced. You have to stay balanced here. All right. That, yes, it's important to stay balanced. Or to learn balance, or to learn, you know, how to balance things out and keep them in a temperance energy and not go into this, the devil energy of some sort of an attachment. And it even feels like an attachment to materialism, okay? Or an attachment to money, materialism, and valuables. It's like, try and disconnect yourself from materialism making you happy. Because it won't. You think you're going to be happier when you buy that brand new car. You're not. You're not going to be happier. You think that in the moment. You think you're going to get some sort of dopamine off of it, but that goes away pretty quick. Right? So I'm going to leave it at that. I hope this message helps whoever it's meant for. All right? Just something to think about maybe. I'm going to leave it at that. Let's see, we have July and we have Gemini. August. Libra. Cancer, Aries, a sister, and January. June, January, Gemini, July. J. Okay, Aries, Cancer, and Libra. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Hope this helps, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.